Lassie and Apple are sure having fun.
Don't they always?
Dale, look!
I don't believe it.
Is that an airplane?
Well, it's flying, but I sure don't know how.
Get the horses out of the way!
You okay, mister?
Oh, I'm just fine, lad, thanks. Well, I can't say the same for my aircraft. Ah, yes. The carburetor adapter seems to have shaken loose. Oh, sorry to drop in on you unannounced. My apologies. I hope I haven't done any damage to your pasture, sir. If there was, I'm sure I'd be glad to pay the cost.
Oh, there's no problem at all. I'm just glad you're not hurt. I'm Garth Holden.
Oh, are you?
And this is Dale.
Oh, my pleasure.
And Mike.
Hey, Mark. I'm Henry Newton, affectionately known by my public as the Flying Grandpa. I travel the county fair circuit. Air shows, you know, bring a bit of the past to the present.
Boy, this is sure some kind of old airplane.
This, my lad, is a Curtiss pusher, built in the year 1910. One of the few left in the world today. Why don't you jump in, get the feel of her? There we go. Yes, I purchased her years ago from a cousin of Orville Wright's.
This is really neat.
Yeah, this is the control wheel, of course. This way, it works the elevators there, see? And this way, you work the aileron. There, see? Rudder bar, throttle, and the brake. And the radio is the only bow to the present. That's so I can talk to control towers. FAA ruling, you know. Oh, I noticed this beautiful creature from the air. I saw how she helped herd the horses to safety. A most intelligent canine.
She's pretty special to us, too. Her name's Lassie.
Oh, that's the same name as the collie who saved my life when I was shot down over Edinburgh.
Shut down? No fooling. When was that?
Oh, lad, that was years ago. Ancient history.
Pretty scary, wasn't it?
Well, the first time I was a bit unnerved, but by the third or fourth time it became a much less traumatic experience.
Gosh, you must be a real hero.
Oh, well, lad, I've just tried to do my part. Oh, Mr. Holden, it will take a day or two for me to have the replacement parts sent up. Now, if I could use your phone and you could tell me the name of a good local hotel.
Oh, nonsense. You can stay with us. There's plenty of room.
Well, that's very gracious. I accept with appreciation. A really fine spread you have here. There we go. I always travel fairly light.
Can I carry that for you, sir?
Well, thank you, lad. Much obliged.
And I'd like to show you around the ranch if you have some time.
Well, I'd enjoy that. Maybe tomorrow, eh?
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Surely. You know that once I crashed in the Sahara Desert, and to survive, I had to rope a wild camel. I rode in that searing heat for nearly a week.
Gosh.
But I think my most exciting adventure was the time my life was saved by a wild hippo in the waters of the Amazon. Then I was attacked by a school of piranha fish, which, as you
know are the most deadly predators on this earth. Why, the events of those days are still vivid in my memory as if they happened yesterday. One particular moment was that July day in 1924 when Gertrude Ederle became the first woman to swim the English Channel. I was flying a tiger moth in those days, flying low over the water, taking photographs of the big event. Well, somehow I must have miscalculated my altitude, and as we say in aviation, I hit the drink.
Gosh, what'd you do?
Oh, well, I swam, boy. I swam. I was in that water for hours before they could rescue me.
I hate to interrupt your story, Mr. Newton, but it's past Mike's bedtime.
Can I please stay up a little longer, Garth?
Mr. Newton will be here for a while. Be plenty of time for more talk.
Yes, sir. Good night, sir.
Sleep well, lad. We'll talk more tomorrow.
Good night, Garth.
Good night, Mike.
Are you coming, Lassie?
Good night to you too, Lassie. Ah, Mr. Holden, a fine young man. Well-mannered.
He's also very impressionable, Mr. Newton.
I gather that you detect some slight exaggeration in my stories.
Slight. Hardly the word, Mr. Newton. Outlandish is more appropriate.
Oh, so I bend the facts a little, Mr. Holden. I mean no harm.
Gertrude Ederle swam the English Channel in August of 1926.
Well, an old man loses track of dates sometimes, you know. Tell me, what did you think of the camel story?
Well, it was very inventive.
And the Amazon adventure?
Quite exciting.
But you don't believe any of them?
Do you?
Well, young boys like to hear tales of daring do. They like heroes and high adventure. It stimulates their young imaginations.
Maybe. But I try to teach my boys honesty, Mr. Newton. Sometimes even the smallest of lies can backfire.
I admire what you've done here, Mr. Holden. The opportunity you've given these young lads. I saw at dinner what really fine young men you're raising. It's your life. It's a good life.
The point being...
Well, my life's been kind of different. You know that until I was 50 years old, I was a bookkeeper. The most exciting thing I ever did was rescue a cat out of a tall maple tree. And then about 10 years ago, I had the opportunity to buy my Curtis pusher. I took flying lessons, and suddenly, my whole life just opened up. Oh, I added an adventure here and there, and I embellished a bit, and I admit I exaggerate, but... You know, when I see that look of wonderment on a young lad's face when I tell him a story, I just kind of get carried away. I can't stop myself.
What about your own children, grandchildren? Don't they know the truth?
Mr. Holden, I'm a bachelor. The flying grandpa has no family.
Well, then, the young lads you refer to, like Mike. What happens when they learn the truth?
Well, I really hadn't thought about that, Mr. Holden.
I think perhaps you should think about it, Mr. Newton.
Ah, most beautiful morning, Mr. Holden. True pilot weather.
Mike's been anxious to show you our ranch.
Yes, I've been anticipating it.
Good morning, Mr. Newton. We're all
Like the wind, eh? It's a long time since I rode a horse, my boy.
Gosh, for somebody who rode a wild camel in the Sahara, this shouldn't be any trouble.
Yes, I suppose that is true. Of course, camel riding is quite unusual. I mean, it's an entirely different technique. Well, lead the way, Michael. Come on, horse, let's take off.
Do you think Mr. Newton will be okay?
Well, he survived the Sahara Desert, the English Channel, the Amazon River.
Maybe I better saddle up and follow him out.
Dale, that might be a good idea.
This is fun, isn't it?
Oh, it's delightful. This is the boundary of your ranch, eh?
Gosh, no. We've got a long way to go yet. We've only just begun to cover it.
Oh. Oh, ow.
What's wrong?
Oh, an old hip injury. Acts up badly on cold days.
But this is a warm day.
It acts up on warm days, too. It'll be all right in a bit. Just need a little rest, Mike.
There's a lake through those trees. We can rest over there.
Oh, fine.
Does it hurt real bad?
Pain's something I've learned to live with, lad.
How did it happen?
A shark caught me off Morocco. It fought like blazes, but luckily I made it to shore.
Were you shot down there?
No, the engine flamed out. I was testing an experimental plane for the Algerian government. Oh, well, no matter. Wasn't much of an adventure anyhow.
What is it, Lassie?
What was that?
Sounded like a bear.
A bear?
Look! Come on, Mr. Newton. Our best chance is to swim across the lake. Hurry, Mr. Newton!
I can't swim! Save me! I'm drowning! Relax! Relax, Mr. Noonan, float! Mike, I'm sorry.
But all those things you told me. The English Channel, the Amazon.
Lies, Michael. Just stories told by a fool old man. I think Dale knew it. I know Garth knew it. I even believe Lassie knew it. I guess maybe you were the only one I had fooled.
Come on, Lassie. Let's go round up the horses.
Mike. Well, that should do it, Dale. Give the old engine a try.
Coming to see the takeoff, Mike?
I think I'll just stay here.
Oh, come on. Should be quite a sight. He's a good man, Mike, in spite of all those stories.
They were all lies.
And lies have a way of catching up with a man. He knows that better than any of us now. And I know he's sorry. Forgiveness isn't that hard, is it, Mike? What do you say?
Guess there aren't many people who can fly a Kurdish pusher.
I sure aren't.
Suppose we should see him off, too. Shouldn't we?
Let's do it. Good luck, Mr. Newton.
I won't forget how kind you've been to me, Mr. Holden. All of you. Mike, hope we're still friends.
Sure.
Lassie? Mike? As soon as I get airborne, I'm going to do a stunt. My special dipsy-do, okay?
Sure, Mr. Newton.
Clear the runway, Lassie. Well, goodbye, my friends. God bless all of you.
can really do that stunt?
Find out pretty quick, Mike.